YouTube, Shuriken Shubby here with a review of the Shuriken Sentai Ninninger Otomonin Series 02 UFOmaru. So our first release was an elephant, and our second release is a freaking UFO. This is what Ninninger gives us to work with. But I actually really like UFOmaru. It was released in March 2015, also for 2,800 yen, just like Paonmaru, so that's pretty much going to be the staple price for these Otomonin. So you got a nice blue box with space, because he's a UFO, and a picture of his humanoid mode and Shurikenjin UFO. So pretty simple. So let's go ahead and get him open and take a look. So here's UFOmaru in his UFO mode. Like Paonmaru, he doesn't do a darn thing in this mode, except look like a UFO, sort of. Kind of looks like a double-decker bus of UFOs, since he's got the big old shuriken on top here. But it's pretty neat. On the front here it says Nin. For whatever reason, whatever that's supposed to be. But I dig that, and the sort of solar panel-esque look that the Shuriken has is definitely kind of cool. But it's a design that I like quite a bit, and I really dig this mode for UFOmaru. Now, to convert him into his humanoid mode, you pop the Shuriken off. So you have the Otomonin Shuriken for UFOmaru. Cool little space helmet, which I really dig. We'll take a look at that when we're done. And this part is also very simple, just like Paonmaru. You take off this piece, which will kind of bend these pieces around, so don't worry about it. This is just kind of a big laser gun-esque piece. And then this is just flip that down to make his chest. Flip these around. He's got really big, like, rover-esque feet going on. In fact, they even have treads on the bottom, at least things that sort of look like treads. So that's kind of cool. Fold his arms down just like Shinobimaru, and then flip his head up, and you have his humanoid mode. Now to bring this into play, all you do is attach this right here, and that will kind of counterbalance him a bit. He does have this little peg sticking out right here, so that's kind of obnoxious, but it is what it is. So while I didn't really like Paonmaru's humanoid mode, I like UFOmaru's quite a bit. You can see his head nice, which I think is probably my biggest problem with Paonmaru, is those like missile launchers on his shoulders just really covered his head. But I like UFOmaru's head sculpt a lot. It's a very simple design, but it is very robotic and sort of alien, and I like that quite a bit. Plus, this is very easy to just sort of pick off and set aside if you would like the more streamlined robot look. Can he hold that? No, it's too big. So he can't hold the giant laser cannon of doom, but it is something to do. You could get on it, maybe you can ride it around, I suppose, if you want to do that. But it's a neat little design that I enjoy quite a bit. So here's the Otomonin Shuriken for UFOmaru. It's a very square design, which is something we haven't had yet. But like the other Otomonin Shuriken, you can separate the core and the blade. Pop it on and turn. No activation noise, and of course no lights. Do have the flip out helmet that we'll use in the transformation, and you still got Nin right there. So go ahead and hit the button on the back.
Otomonin Shuriken UFO.
Some cool UFO-esque noises.
UFOmaru.
And the summoning sound. So speaking of summoning, let's go ahead and kickstart it and bring in UFOmaru. So just like with Paonmaru, you have to take the sword and shield out, pop off the dump Maru arm, and place it right back here to look all goofy. Pop out Shinobimaru and turn him into a arm. Flip that up, flip his head around, flip up his other arm, and that will pop right into where dump Maru was. Turn his head a little bit more. And we are all ready for UFOmaru. Just take this middle portion, flip it upward, and sort of pretend like he is sitting. It'll all fall into place momentarily. And just slide him right back into the seat. Just like so. And you can maneuver these around to make it look like he's piloting it. And for whatever reason, he just sort of self-imploded. But fold those down and around so it'll look something like that when he's all seated and comfy in his big throne chair. Now we are ready for the Otomonin Shuriken. Flip that out all the way.
Shurikenjin UFO!
I love the little twinkle at the end of that. Now from here, just take that other piece and pop it into either of his hands, and that'll make like a sort of triple-barreled laser gun sort of thing. So there we have Shurikenjin UFO. I can't say I like it as much as I like Shurikenjin Paon. The gray is very kind of dull, and outside of the light blue on the Shuriken itself, it doesn't add a whole lot of new extra color to the formation. I think that's probably my biggest problem. That's not necessarily meaning it's bad. I like the space motif quite a bit, and UFOmaru himself pulls it off quite a bit, but it doesn't add enough to the formation for me to really get the hang of it like it did with Paonmaru. It just ends up looking quite a bit better. The hand on the back, like I always say, is kind of gaudy, but I'm really glad that you don't have to just set it aside. I'm glad it has a place to go. And I do like the weapon here, the triple-barreled ring gun thing. I do like quite a bit. So there we have Shurikenjin UFO. And if you wanted to hear the tune again,
Shurikenjin UFO!
love it. So transformation back is very simple. All you have to do is take out the weapon, just like that, as I almost hit myself in the face with it. Pop off the Otomonin Shuriken and drag UFOmaru out of his seat. Then these will fold back up, fold his head down, and slide that up. So it'll look pretty parallel like that. Then swing his waist back up and these around. And then that will pop in on the other side. I always mess that one up. And then there is little holes right on the side of the legs here to pop that in place. And then lastly, you attach the Shuriken right there. And you are back to the UFO mode for UFOmaru. So overall, I like UFOmaru quite a bit. I'm not a big fan of Shurikenjin UFO compared to Shurikenjin Paon, but I like UFOmaru a lot more as an individual robot. I like the UFO mode a lot, and I think his robot mode is very much adorable. I like the space motif quite a bit, so I kind of got a slight bias towards it, but I just like the overall way that it looks. I'm a little bummed that the robot doesn't bring a little bit more space to the formation, so to speak, but at the end of the day, I still think it is a pretty nice pickup. Like I said in the Paonmaru video, if you don't like Shurikenjin, this isn't going to do anything to change your mind for sure. It brings the same sort of level of this doesn't make sense with the other things sort of level that Ninninger always brings to the table. So if you aren't a fan of Shurikenjin, you probably won't like this release a whole lot. But if you liked what Shurikenjin brought and you like Paonmaru, this is definitely bringing the same sort of flair to the table that you definitely want to check out. So thanks for watching, take care, and have a great one. Bye.